we were able to keep things nice and thankfully not so humid as well as we continue throughout the course of the day. Granted, to start the time lapse out of indigo sky outside of Seneca, Missouri, quite a bit of cloud cover to start the morning out, and for some of you, if you like showers to start the morning out, but thankfully most of us kept dry during the day with some peaks of the sun before we hit sunset not too long ago. As far as temperatures are concerned, it is always a good sign if we see 80s on this map as high as the numbers go at any point during the month of August, especially considering we were still pushing upper 90s on Thursday. But mid 80s yesterday, we dropped back to 71 this morning and at least pushing 86, about 87 degrees for afternoon highs today at Joplin Regional. Most of the area stayed dry for much of the afternoon, but that being said, we were keeping an eye on just a few, and I mean a few, isolated showers and a couple of thunderstorms that were trying to fire off and move south from about Pineville, Knoll, Southwest City, and south of Siloam Springs as you work deeper into northwest Arkansas, but that activity is pretty much gone. And this is how the radar is going to look. We'll keep it nice and dry as we go through the rest of the night ahead of us, with the skies above still looking okay. Still a bit warm. It feels like 76 because not only is it 76, but there's a low enough dew point to where it doesn't feel so muggy to be out and about late on this Saturday night. Most of us in the mid 70s still, and not much of a heat index, thankfully, but in a few spots you could feel like the upper 70s still to near 80 degrees in a couple spots as well. But we're getting another break in our slight rain chances, and so is much of the four-state region. Even though there are still a couple of severe thunderstorms trying to come out of western Nebraska and clip northeastern Colorado, far northwestern Kansas. Those, however, don't have a shot of making it here. But as long as our frontal boundary is still in place for tomorrow, we'll deal with a few more isolated storms in the afternoon before we see a big change in our upper level setup, try to bring in better rain chances down the road. But as long as it still looks like this for tomorrow, we stay on the cooler side of the jet. That means we keep the heat away. A nice way to wrap up the weekend as we head into Sunday. Everyone's looking okay overnight. We'll drop lows back into the mid 60s. Then after we get into the lower 80s to start the noon hour out, we'll see afternoon highs back around 86. So the day planner has us at 66 in the morning, 82 by noon, and a high of 86. Almost similar to what we saw today. Late in the afternoon, you see that thunderstorm icon, just like today, maybe a random thunderstorm or two in our southern counties. Then they'll fade away with the setting sun. We'll start mild again for Monday morning before we deal with, surprise, surprise, a few more isolated storms with highs in the mid 80s once again as we go into Monday. Monday, though, look at this upper low developing out in central parts of Kansas. This will be on top of the region Tuesday through Wednesday, and this should result in a good scattering of thunderstorms and quite a bit of cloud cover on Wednesday. And you can see what that does with temperatures. After 86 tomorrow, we'll go 87 on Monday, 89 Tuesday. But with all the cloud cover we're expecting on Wednesday, we might be lucky if we can hit 83. That's unheard of for a high in August, but we'll have to head back to 91 on Thursday. Then our next front by the weekend, Mike, will bring us back into the 80s, and with keeping some rain chances in the forecast, which we could actually use some around here.
No complaints from me. It sounds pretty good, especially considering the last few weeks. Thanks so much, Nick. All right, we've got